Hello, and welcome back to Armageddon Empires. I apologize in advance. I'm going to try and record this, but I can't make any promises because I am really stuffed up right now. So it might not go well. But anyhow, let's pick it up from where we left off. We are we've managed to secure the Enormo Dome, getting us some more human resources, which is fantastic. And we finally should have our research nest as well as our war nest, so we can now, at the turn 43, finally start getting some research going here. Gonna end the turn, and I might actually turtle a little bit for now. Realistically, this army could very likely win. But I'm not in any particular rush, and I'd like to get some of the mutant tech out, because some of the mutant tech is really neat. So we're going to roll this turn. Gonna see a lot of movement going around here, I think. I'm not going to spend any resources. Don't care too much about going first. Oh, they've seen the gangrel. Okay, so we're going to have to pull him out. Oh, maybe not. Going to lose a gangrel, I think. Yeah, I think we're in trouble. Oh, he just... Oh, maybe I can deal with this. Let's see. How many fate does he have? He's got 4. So let's just make that. May as well see how much damage I can. Well, no, they've got 7 attack. There's no way. I guess that one has 7 attack. Oh yeah, I can't. Can I? We'll make his fate points go away. Hit him. Killed him. Nice. Miss. Hit. Miss. See if I survive this round at least. Spider-bots miss. Okay, so he's combat supporting them again. Looks like we're probably going to lose this. Not the end of the world. That's a hit and a loss. Okay. Not a big deal. Okay. Lost my eyes, but that's okay. I think they're certainly in trouble. But now that I have AP as well as some resources, let's see what we can do as far as tech is concerned. So we got geneticist and a technologist. Let's do genetics. Do I want to do genetics? Good question. Or tech. So I got a total of 9 dice. I could easily put some death rods. I like death rods. So these are like the laser guns from the Imperials, except they're energy weapon 6. So they do 1 to 6 damage instead of 1 to 4, which is awesome. So we'll build. We will turn 2 success dice into failures. Set that into my hand. And let's right away toss that on one of these beasts. So they're up to 7 attack now, which is pretty cool. And do another one of those. Got it. And we will deploy that onto the other beasts. And I could do the invigoration serum on each of... Oh, actually, EMP might not be bad. That'll really help with taking down... Not enough reason... Oh, out of energy. Grab anything else that'll take 1 energy. Good question. Could do the Warlord, but it's not fantastic. And actually, looking at their tech, like realistically, I should probably do more brutes instead of the beasts. Like if I were to redo this deck, I'd get rid of the beasts just because the extra attach doesn't help like it does with the Imperial Infantry. Like Imperial Infantry, having that extra attachment lets them cart around a tactical nuke and a laser gun. Whereas if you look at the other options for tech with the Xenos, I could basically the only options they have, I could give them sensor drones, I could give them the Warlord, or I could give them the Death Rod. And I mean, sure, yeah, having +2 attack total isn't bad. Having the recon isn't terrible, but the overall value of all of this... Ooh, I could build a Plasma Blossom. That might not be a terrible thought. 3 times damage with +2 attack. Throw that on the pod hover ship. It gets 10 attack. I hit the... Yeah, we'll take a crack at this. Hey, we did it. We'll just leave that in our hand for now. We can attach it to the pod hover ship when that becomes relevant. But 3 times damage to even something like the Colossus here, like 10 attack, 3 times damage, there's the potential to do a heck of a lot of damage, especially if I use fate cards and things like that. So that is certainly something to consider. So leave that in the hand. And getting 5 energy per turn, not a ton of materials. And what's my research situation like? I could. Here. Not much. Thought I had... Are they still down here? Yeah, they are. Slowly start working the demo team up. But I think what I might do is move them down here. And then next turn I'm going to build a tech team, just to get more tech coming in, because only getting 3 per turn. Getting that up to 4 would be really handy, especially since I am trying to tech up here. Next big thing I'm going to want to do, I think, is probably build the brood chamber. That's going to take a little bit of saving up to do, though, at least in terms of tech resources. So, okay, I'm just going to pause for a second here, blow my nose. Okay, apologies. Mystic can't move, but that's okay. I wonder what he's... Oh, he's got the spider bots in this army. That's what did it. Strength 8 recon will find gangrels without too much issue. The machines can be pretty tough to actually try and muck about with these sort of commando gank squads. just because they're so good at spotting things. Like, Strength 8 is no joke when it comes to reconnaissance. Like, you figure the gangrels, they've got Stealth 5, right? Which, it's basically, well, it's dice rolls like everything else, where the spider bots get 8, the gangrels get 5. Whoever wins, it's just all behind the scenes, though. So, yeah. Maybe what the other thing I'll do is I'm actually going to deploy Ptah, because my supply still doesn't quite reach the crashed troop pod. So we'll deploy Ptah, because he's got that raider ability. And yeah, we'll end this turn. Okay, so 28 AP to spend. I'm going to start out by just really quickly doing some... He's pulled them back, hasn't he? Oh, no, maybe he hasn't. Okay, cool. I wonder. Nope. It doesn't have Sniffer, so that's actually kind of good. Okay. Let us then start doing some more tech. Oh no, first things first. Build the tech team. And then down here, 3 tech left. I could do revitalization sacks to put on my monstrosity here. That would basically mean if he gets killed, he just sort of automatically comes back. Though actually it might make more sense to put it on the horrors with the assault ability. Yeah, maybe. I've talked before about how I don't care for assault. And I mean, there are use cases for it. Interestingly enough, as I'm recording this, or shortly after I recorded this, somebody had mentioned on the Steam forums where I was talking about this, can't remember his name, just give me half a sec. The Wi-Fi Whisperer had said during episode 2 about how I attacked down here with the drudges, and I didn't assault with them. And that was probably a mistake. Like, the drudges are, if we look at them here, because I've got a unit here, these guys are incredibly disposable. 3 hit points, 3 attack, 3 defense. I evolved these things out of an egg. I do not care about them, but they can be used to get a 9-hit attack in on something. Sure, they lose their next turn, but if you wait until the end of your round to attack with them, they don't actually get hit back. So I should have assaulted with them. Realistically, they might have been able to take out that second batch of cultists without the turn rolling. So something to consider. But yeah, if we look down here at the regeneration or the revitalization sacks, revitalize basically means that when a unit hits 0 hit points, they're restored to full hit points and they lose this attachment. So it's basically an extra life, which makes a lot of sense if you want to deploy it onto a unit with the assault ability, like those horrors. Now, these can only be deployed onto a xenomorph, unfortunately, which is a little sad. But I'm just going to move them back in, and we will toss the revitalization sacks on them. Because now I can assault with them. Sure, they'll be defense 3. They might get killed. But with the revitalization sacks, I don't care. Because they come right back. Which is pretty awesome. Now, the other thing I might want to consider with these guys is putting those EMP Where are they here? I believe it's a genetics. Yeah, these electrospores, EMP6. So these are basically their answer, or the Xenos answer to the Machine Empire. Getting the EMP means that, well, they do an extra 6 damage against any time they hit a robot, basically. So robot, automat, automecha, PBA, armor, and mecha targets. So makes them do a heck of a lot of damage. If I throw that on some of these infantry here, anytime they hit a robot of some kind. So I might do that. And then after that, I might head out, go try and finish this series, because at this point, I'm pretty confident that I'm going to be able to take whatever's in there. Like, this is a pretty darn scary army now, especially that I've teched up. Both of them have the firepower and deep strike training, respectively. Hindsight being what it is, I probably should have done some sort of training for them that gave them more hit points or something, but that's okay. And I can't remember, does the EMP... It'll only go on the Xenogite, so only on my infantry, which is totally fine. But I do still have some tactics cards here I can make. So let's do the 2 success dice into phase. No, I've got one of those already. -2 enemy success dice, because this just deletes them entirely. And we'll do tactician again. We'll do this again. Excellent. And then I should be able to also... I'm going to take a crack at doing Master the Flesh. Probably not going to happen, unless I get real lucky with... Hey, I did get real lucky with my fate. Nice. And I think that's all I can do for tactics. Let me just check. Oh, no, 6 tactics cards. I've only got 5. 5 AP remaining. Gonna do another... Oh, actually, I'm gonna do the -5 fate points. That's just too useful to open up a fight with. And then... Do I see any other tech kicking around? I do not. I do have... I trust I have. Yeah, I've got tech there. Don't really need more human resources, that's for sure. Tech and energy are kind of what I'm short on. Certainly don't need much in the way of materials. I'm wondering if there's something in that town, perhaps, so... And I hope I don't lose these gangrels. You see, I've definitely lost more units this game than the last. And sorry, Apzek. Okay, once again, apologies. Still stuffed up. So I'm going to just move these guys up here with the intention of doing a materials team next turn. Well, they are stealthed now. And then I'm probably going to poke up here, see if I can find some more tech or something like that. I'm definitely running low on recon, which is suboptimal. I can create an army. Oh no, can I create an army? No, don't have enough action points. Okay, not a big deal. Let's end this turn. This time I am going to spend the AP just in case he's moved his stack with the recon bots into home base, just so I can get those gangrels out. Doesn't look like he has. Doesn't look like he's moving much of anything right now. So we'll just keep them off in the distance a little bit, keep kind of poking them in to reconnoiter. And then for tech. Anything else I want to build before... Oh yeah, the electrospores. Let's do at least one of those. Set that into my hand. Toss that onto one of these beasts. I'm gonna do it to those guys because they've got the better with the breakthrough. They've got the deep strike training. They've got extra attack, and they will hit things in the back row. So that is helpful. And with that, let's start marching our way across the desert. I'm actually going to keep them back because I would rather be able to catch the Colossus outside rather than... We need materials though. Sorry, it was a misclick to start moving him, but let's create this critters army. Move the critters into it. We've got something here. Tentacle beasts. Fair enough. And I apologize if you can hear the birds in the background. Okay, what else? Everybody's trained up. Might need to drop the hidden hive as well. Again, just my supply doesn't quite reach. So what I could potentially do is drop the hidden hive here this turn and still potentially get a second EMP out on them next turn. Or even potentially one of these suckers. Like get the monstrosity out or the abomination. Abomination might not be bad. Sure, we'll drop the hidden hive. So we'll deploy that. Now we've got his base, his headquarters in range, or in supply. And next turn I'll be able to deploy the abomination into that army and potentially even make another EMP thing. And what I'm thinking I might do actually is put the destroyer in the back rank because he's got a range of 2, so he could still attack the front. Working almost like artillery, and then I could still have 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the abomination would be 5 in the front line. So that's cool. Yeah, let's give that a try. With 9 AP remaining, what do I want to do? Can't do more tactics cards. I might actually then save these AP just in case something unexpected happens and I need to spend tactics cards. Anything else I can do for a single or for 3 points or less? Never did end up building the brood chamber though, which is a little sad. That's kind of a neat... Basically the brood chamber, if you don't know, is this here that lets you basically it lets you start spitting out xenolarvae. So lets you make great stacks of these suckers, which I may as well evolve. Yeah, let's evolve him, see what we get. Got more brutes. Cool. Again, like I said, I think the brutes are probably the better option over the beasts. because that's a tech and that's a genetics, I believe. So the beasts could, I could put this same combo on the brutes, and the brutes do 1.5 times damage. So, yeah, that's a thing. Anyhow, let's roll this turn. And I am going to bid to go first again. Should be plenty. And it is. So 28 AP. Let's take a boo. Okay, so we got the Colossus there now. And can deploy the Abomination into that army. I like the Abomination. I like that idea of the shock attack. And because I don't have one in my army, so I may as well. So now this is a big, stompy, terrifying freaking army. The Destroyer. Is there anything I can do to beef up the Destroyer a bit, I wonder? Could give it the anti-necrotic tissue, but that's not likely to help too much. Can basically afford one tech thing. Could do the revitalization sacks on something else. Could do the electrospores. As far as tech goes, I mean, the Psychic Enhancer wouldn't necessarily be the worst. And then I could potentially do the Psychic Enhancer as well as two of these Warlords. Just turn those beasts into something absolutely terrifying. That might be an interesting idea. Because I've got the EMP on the one, and if I put the Warlord on both of them, I could give extra fate to my hero. Sure, let's do that. Got it. So we will deploy this onto Nylorax. Now I guess I should probably also keep track of... So now he's got 8 fate, which is a ton of fate. Other thing I should totally do. So that'd... Okay. He's going to take 6 AP to move. And he could theoretically get to right outside the city. And I can't see anything in there right now. But what I'm thinking I could do is put the Plasma Blossom on the Pod Hover ship, de-stealth the gangrels, attack with the Pod Hover ship, try and put some damage on the Colossus, because it's got the Precision Strike. And you can really see, this is a terrifying combination. 10 attack plus Precision Strike and 3 times damage. This is why, even though the Xenos don't have great air power, this Pod Hover ship is brutally effective. So, yeah. That's a thing. So that would cost me a total of 3 AP, which would get me down to 13. Then it would take 6 to move him, leaving me with 7. And that would leave me enough AP to also spend tactics cards if I need to, because he is not a tactician, I don't believe. Well, he's a tactician, but he's not a master tactician or whatever it is that lets him do it for free, like Mr. Cost. Now, if I wanted to also build 2 of these, that'd be 4 AP, so 12, 9, 6 to move would leave me with 3, which would still give me enough for some tactics cards, but not necessarily saving enough for next round. So maybe I won't build those. Yeah, let's do this. Destel. And then... attach munition to the pod hover ship. Attack with the pod hover ship. Aim for the Colossus. Only 3. That's the downside to these is they just automatically accept the challenge. So I only did 3 damage to him, which sucks, but that's okay. Them's the breaks. Let's charge in with Nilothorax's horrors, and we will straight up attack. I'm just going to play this through to the end. I know I'm over the 30-minute mark here, but... okay. Let's do it. We're going to combat attack, try and shock the destroyer. Or the Colossus. So we've hit... and we did 5 points of damage, and we should have committed him as well. That's a miss. Does get a second attack, though. Another miss. Cool. Okay. Now, let's do a combat attack on the Colossus with the beasts. He's got 6. If I can get one more, then I'll hit him with the Consume. There we go. Consume. We hit the target. Okay, so we hit him. Technically only did 1 point of damage. However, we did an additional 3 from the energy weapon and an additional 3 from the EMP for a total of 7 points of damage, which is pretty awesome. Now, okay, so we've damaged him again. Now lowering his defense to 5, and we'll see if we can't finish him off with an assault from the horror. Not quite. 1 hit point left. Well, we will just try combat attack from the Abomination. All I need is 1 hit. There we go. Got him. He's down. And we will now combat attack with the Monstrosity. And destroy him. Excellent. Re-stealth them up. And that still leaves me with a couple of AP left if I need to fight something off. Cool. So let's end this turn. And again, it's one of those things where if you go first, it's kind of important to save some AP at the end of the turn, especially if you're in a situation like this where I might get attacked by something. Saving some AP to be able to use these tactics cards is really, really useful. So let's end this turn. What's he gonna do? Not much. We'll just burn a bunch of resources to try and go first, see if we can't end this. We do. What do we have in here now? Not a whole heck of a lot. Well, let's do it then. Delay. Because, since I do have some... I don't even remember what's in it here. Oh, let's just hit that, see what we get. Sure, let's hit the... Scourge Platoon. I'm more likely to do damage to that. Now, do I want to do more damage to that is a question. Could force a reroll, but that's a big... For something like this, yeah, we'll just let it go. Which one do I actually want to hit? The Garrison has a Scourge Platoon. That's got a Styx. That's got a Scourge Platoon and a Styx. Let's do... Well, I guess I'll keep focusing on that Scourge Platoon then. Because he's got that Tactical Genius, so it doesn't cost him fate points to... or action points to use his fate. Not that it'll be relevant because he'll have a ton of action points, so... Okay. Well, can't do the pod hover ship. I need to repair it, which I can do. Oh, not enough oh, it takes 3 energy to use that. Boo. Okay. Not much else to do then. Let's just end this turn and lay siege. They're going to attack me. I'd rather not fight them through the city. Okay, let's do this. Four hits, 0 defense. Oh, so that's going to commit my beasts, which I don't want, like, at all. Spend a little bit of fate here. See if I can... There we go. Accept that. Concedes the challenge. Excellent. Okay. In that case, let's open up on the Styx with the Destroyer. I'll try and get him committed. I don't care so much about the damage, but I'd rather he not attack me. Oh, I should have done the Devour. Kill his fate. Get him. Excellent. So he's now committed. I'm burning through all my fate here because I think this is going to be the toughest fight. Let's do an attack with the big boy here. Actually, no. Let's do an attack with this first, because if I can get a hit on him, I can lower... Nope, not going to happen. Not worth spending the fate on. In that case, let's combat attack. Oh, big numbers? Hey, big numbers. Oh, 15 damage. Energy weapon 6, EMP 5. That'll do it. Thank you, sir. Let's hit the Scourge Platoon. Just damaged him. He's got 1 hit point left, so... Oh, let's actually... Hey. Listening to the Wi-Fi whisper, we will assault. There we go. Done. Let's continue the fight. I'm happy with how everything's arranged. So we got a Styx going in on the Spore Mortar. And it misses. Nice. Okay, I'm mostly just interested in killing that as quick as I can, so let's just combat attack with the beasts. I'll see if I can get one. No. Okay, well, we'll try with the Spore Mortars. -2 success dice. Accept that. Damaged him, lowered his defense down to 2. Then let's hit with these beasts. Oh, seriously? You suck. So 3 points of damage. It's just assault. See if we can't finish him up. Destroyed. Continue. We are ready. Scourge Platoon going for the horror. So that's a hit, but that's okay. Again, these guys have those revitalization sacks. Though interesting that it still counts that as the same round. His defense is only 1, which is interesting. But he's committed now, not that he'd be doing much of anything anyway. So let's open up the spore mortars, see if we can't lower his defense a bit more. We can. So he's down to 3 now. Let's combat attack with the beasts. Excellent, and we destroyed him. Continue. There's still more stuff in here, huh? Lich platoon on the horror. It's gonna kill it, but hey, we're back up to full health. Sweet. Once again, spore mortars. Open things up, please, and thank you. That's not gonna do it. So in that case, let's try the destroyer. There's a hit. And let's see if we can finish him off with the abomination. No, we can't. Try again. Nope. He only has 2 hit points left, and then there we go. That'll do it. 12 damage. Smack. And we got bounty hunting. That's a miss. Not that it really matters, because killed him. Oh, he's going to try and... Hey, they're out of supply, though. So he's going to try... This is one of the other... I guess one of the disadvantages to going first, because you actually have until the end of the turn to try and retake your fortress or whatever, right? There's no way this is going to do it. Like, spider-bots and thralls are not going to accomplish much of anything. But... especially seeing as how they're assaulting into the fortress rather than trying to siege me out. They're kind of forced to, I guess, at this point. They don't have much choice in the matter. Well, let's kick things off with a combat attack on these thralls. Splat. Now we're going to have to go through a whole bunch of really useless attacks. Destroyed. A sec, I need to blow my nose again. Okay, sorry, back. I also accidentally clicked the next button on here, but all that happened is the thralls missed my beasts. Okay. Or we're just going to combat attack with you. Combined arms is going to do it. Spider bots are going to have an attempt. Failing miserably. And the beasts will... I don't even... Sure, hit the thralls. Why not? Splat. Breakthrough, right, I forgot about that. That was actually really smart to use them, because then they managed to break through, hit the harpy as well, and did 10 damage to it. Inadvertently being smart, but hey, I'll take it. And they are dead. And the spider bots are also dead. And we captured him! Huzzah! We captured Maledictus. Okay, victory! Congratulations, you have crushed your enemies and driven them before you. You are now truly lord of all that you survey. 245 points. Let's check out the map. So, what did we miss here? Unmarked minefield. Okay, not a big deal. Ghost Town would have had a lot of resources in it, but that's okay. I never did take this destroyed city, which is kind of silly. I probably should have done that at some point. Let's see what else we have up here. We got some tech. Anything else interesting over here? Oh, there would have been more tech up here. Guarded by tentacle beasts. Some cannibals hanging out there. Some sort of an interesting something there. But yeah, interesting how few, like, it's interesting that the machines were in kind of a tough spot here. They didn't really have anything. I'm impressed that they made it out here to the Great Erg, honestly, and managed to capture the Armageddon. But yeah, not a ton of independent bases here. Really just, like, I found the Enclave. There was the nuclear reactor. That's a minefield, so that's not a base. And then the Armageddon, so only 3. Everything else was stuff that we built. So yeah, that looks like the game. I did enjoy the Xenos. They definitely played differently, I think. I had fun building up this army in this episode here. It's a pity I didn't get the lab or anything like that sooner, but I mean, them's the breaks. Sometimes when you got 40 cards, something has to be the 40th card in the deck, and sometimes that'll be your research lab, which is a little sad, but it happens. So yeah, I guess that is it. You might have seen I've got the Empire of Man deck creation video going up where I bumped it up to 175 points. I'm not sure if that's going to be the next thing I do. I might take a crack at doing free mutants or something like that. Still playing around with that deck. You'll see when I get there. It definitely has some challenges to it. The Imperial Infantry start to drop off in effectiveness, I've found, with the bigger decks. But anyhow, that is enough of me rambling. I will catch you in the next episode. So until then, cheers.